Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Cancel Vacation. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a social justice, social media mob looking to cancel her in this all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Cancel Vacation in paperback and e-readers today. I'm noticing a very disturbing trend here in America, and that trend is people denying reality. Now, when a person denies facts, logic, and reason that make up observable reality, we used to call that person insane. And when that person was declared insane, what we would do is we would place that person inside of a mental health facility and keep them from the rest of society. But what I'm seeing today is that because we have a lot of these people in places like politics and in corporate business, we have a new trend of people going out here and creating their own reality and then trying to convince us that their reality is the actual reality. But when you have a person out here who denies facts, logic, and reason, it doesn't make their reality true. It just proves that there's people who would go along with an insane person, and that's a troubling thing. Because the whole thing with reality is that reality is going to happen, and there's nothing you can do to change it. But these people believe that if they continue to say the same things over and over again, they can make reality be what they want it to be. But the definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing and expecting a different result. And what these people are trying to do is they're trying to tell us that things over and over again in the hopes of trying to convince us that this idea that they're having can be made into reality. But you cannot change reality. You cannot change facts into facts, because if something is a lie, it is a lie, and you cannot turn a lie into the truth by continuing to repeat the same things over and over again. Moreover, you cannot change the definition of words in an effort to make your reality true. No, that's the kind of behavior an insane person participates in, because only an insane person is out here creating their own reality, because a person who lives in observable reality can see the actual facts transpiring in front of them, and no matter how much you try to gaslight people, you're not going to convince them, because they already see what is actually there. And that's what I'm seeing. That's the disturbing trend here in America. As related to things where we have a whole group of insane people to say that they are experts, insane people who are politicians, insane people in business, and these people who are, as I see it, certifiably insane are still out here trying to make their idea of reality become reality. And that is the thing that is frustrating them, is they are trying to convince the world, that their reality is the real reality. But people keep seeing observable facts that are in front of them that show them the truth, and there is no convincing them, because you cannot escape things that you already see in front of you. No matter how much you try to change people's perceptions, they're not going to change, because they see this happening in front of them, and you cannot convince someone that a lie is the truth. No matter how many times you tell a lie is going to be a lie. And no matter how many times you try to change the narrative of that lie, the lie will always be a lie. And that is something that many out here are trying to do, and they're banging their heads against the wall, because they keep trying to push these kind of narratives to convince you certain things are happening, but people don't see it happening because it just it's not there. Again, it's sort of like the emperor with the new clothes. You want to tell me something is there, but it's not there. But the only person who sees it is the insane person, because the insane person is in their own reality. And because that insane person is in their own reality, they're the only person who can see what's going on. And what's really troubling about many Americans is they want to go along with an insane group of people instead of calling them the insane people they actually are. Because back in the day, we used to again put these people in insane asylums because these people had become lunatics. And these lunatics, if the whole thing is, we didn't allow them to go about society because they were a danger to others and they are a danger to themselves. Now, what makes these lunatics really dangerous, again, is that these are lunatics in positions of power, and these lunatics really, they don't understand the danger they're putting everybody in, because the more you try to do the same things over and over, you're not going to get your results, and nothing's going to change, and you're going to go into a state of decline that matches the mental state that these people's minds are actually in. Because doing the exact same things over and over does not lead to change. No, doing same things over and over, that is the textbook definition by Albert Einstein of insanity. And doing the same things, all that's going to do is make you go crazy, go even crazier, because you cannot change reality to fit whatever narratives you have. No, reality is going to happen because we live in a world of logic and reason, cause and effect, and every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and every action has an equal and opposite response. That's basic logic, but you can't explain it to these people because they are so caught up in their feelings regarding certain events that they cannot be reasoned with, because when a person is emotional, all they want to do is sate their feelings, and that is one of the dangers of a completely insane person, is that all they want to do is have their feelings sated. They're not really thinking about things from a logical perspective. And that's why putting an insane person in a position of power and authority is a dangerous thing, because a person who is insane, when they are in a position of power, does things based on feelings and does not think critically about their actions. And when these people are put in power, they can hurt an entire nation, and they can hurt the entire economy of a nation, because they want to make their reality, and there's no way that anybody can make their reality, because they're the only world that they're living in is inside their head, and that world inside their head is a very twisted place. And I've seen a lot of heads that have gotten twisted over the last couple of years after the 2016 election. And a lot of these people, they want to try to convince us that their attempts to remold reality are going to work. But the only thing that's working is showing us how insane these people are becoming. Because, again, you cannot change reality. You cannot change facts. You cannot, no matter how much you rewrite words or change the definitions of words, it's not going to stop that definition from being what it is. I mean, you cannot change things because it's not going your way, because the only people who want to change the definition of a word is a crazy person. The only person who wants to try to change facts and statistics from what they actually are into something else are people who are crazy. And that crazy person wants to do that because they want to make the world the way they want it to be, but you cannot make the world the way you want it to be. I mean, Psalms 24 verse 1 says the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So you can't change the world into whatever you want it to be because it already belongs to the Most High, and your attempts to try to change anything, all that's going to do is lead you heading down a road to madness. And that's sadly what most American people can't see about their country. Your leaders have gone mad, and your leaders and your people in charge, they have gone off the deep end because in the face of facts, logic, and reason, we have people running on emotion. And when you run on emotion, that's a very dangerous place because that's where you make most of your mistakes, and those mistakes can lead to your downfall, just like the Romans went on their downfall because they were focused on emotion, like pleasure, and not focused on going out here thinking critically about a course of maintaining a civilization. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my books on the SJS Direct imprint, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and Kindle, All About Marilyn. Learn all about the struggles of a faded former teen sitcom star in this absolutely fabulous 5-star screenplay. Get All About Marilyn in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com today.